Tanya Tittle from Energy Fitness. I am going to attempt to give some exercises and stretches to reverse upper thoracic rounding of the shoulders, rounding in the back. But before we do that, we have to be sure that we open the hips. The hips absolutely have something to do with it. So if you have knee issues or balance issues, use caution when doing this. But this is a deep lunge, so maybe you want to be warmed up a little bit, but you can hold on to something. I'd rather you hold on and go down deep enough to where your butt is lower than your knee. So going here, and it's that extra little here. But not only here, we're going to extend that back leg. So we're going to stay in that position, and we're going to go for 20 little pulses. So 1, 2, and you don't have to hold on. 4, you should feel it in the glute on this side, but then also the hip flexor on this other side. Sometimes I won't be able to count and do talking, so you count, and you're going to go for 20, or just stop when I stop. Alright, and let's do the other side. So take a nice deep breath, shake it out if you need to. And do the other side, and you can certainly hold it like this way, sideways as well. And try to keep your butt tucked under too. And I'm up on my back toe. My heel is to the ceiling. If you need to hold here, you can. Three more. 3, 2, 1. Now when I'm finished with that, I usually like to do a nice little stretch like this. So here, tucking the butt under. We're going to hold it for the proper amount of time too. About 30 seconds or so. The other leg might be burning. And then we go ahead and stretch the other leg. You hold on to the back of the couch, something that's not noble. And so drop down. Now, I'm only holding it for 30 seconds because I'm doing the video, but some of the stretches you're going to want to hold for 90 seconds. Okay, so now let's see, we're going to do a leg swipe. So you should, again, we're not trying to do this, we're going to do a little hip hinge. So take the butt, pull it back, and do like that. So we're going to step forward each time, and you can take this walking across the floor, like so, here. I like that one better. So let's shoot for walking across the floor for 10 on each side, making sure that we're not rounding the back, and you don't have to touch the toe. Maybe you're not that flexible, maybe you just touch here. 3, 4, 4, 5. See how flat the back is? 6, 7. Take your time with it. 8. Then push with your big toe. 9. 9. And pull that toe up. 10. Okay, so now we've opened the hips. I would normally have my clients do 2 sets of those. So we're going to come over here, and we've got you can use a broom, you can use a golf club, we're going to use a stability ball. This is a 65 centimeter ball, about 5'7", 5'8". Okay, so we're going to do, if you can, put it behind your back, your neck. If you can't, then we're just going to hold hands like this on the thumbs. So we're going to rotate, bend, take a nice deep breath. It's important to take a nice deep breath because you're getting this obliques on this side. Just come up, go over again, big inhale, and then we're going to go one more time. You can see how I go farther each time. So we're going to take it to the other side, over, that's about as far as I can go. Big inhale, the chin neutral, come up, twist again. Big inhale. One more time. So let's do that again on both sides. Over. I'm doing it just enough to get it. Inhale. One more time. Now my shoulder is wanting to round over when I got farther, so I had to adjust. So make sure that you're not rounding your shoulders over. There you go, over. Big inhale. You'll be better at one side than the other. Okay, so now let's do, we're gonna be on the floor, do a little bit of a upper thoracic work. Now, so hopefully you can be on your knees like this. If not, you just have to figure out a way to modify. So I've got 2 blocks here. So I'm gonna show you one. Let's do Cobra first, actually. Let's do this one first. So I'm showing you the second one because I like it better. So Cobra is going to be where you're on your belly, and then your hips are flat against the. So you'll be here, and then you're going to just come up, lifting your chest up. Now, when you're doing that, you're going to push your hips into the mat. So you're pushing your hip bone, pelvis bone, booby bone into the mat, and then you're going to come up like this. So you're going to use this, you come up as much as you can here, and then that extra little here. So we're trying to curl the chest up. And I like to keep my chin down to stretch those erector muscles and get the shoulder blades back in their little pockets. Let's go for 15 of them. It's 4, 5. Exhaling on the way up, 6. You don't want to pinch the back. You want to kind of almost like you're pulling yourself forward like that. So, like that's bad. You want to kind of curl up. 7. And it's not about how far that you get up, it's about how you get that contraction and hold it. And pushing the shoulders away from your ears. 1 more. Alright, and anytime I do any back bending, you want to release the back. So you want to be like this. I have 2 blocks. You don't have to have 2 blocks, you can have 1. But with the blocks, that's level 1, level 2, level 3. So I'm going to put it on level 3, and then I'm just going to stretch. Alright? Let's stretching it out. Take some nice deep breaths. Alright, so then while we're here, let me get, and you can get a little ball, trigger point ball. So the trigger point ball that is retractable. So, retractable or not. So, we're going to leave it together, and then we're going to get that broomstick again, or a weight. If you have a weight, it's actually really great. But with this, we're going to put this behind their back, right there. You can figure out where it needs to be. Now, because I have neck issues, specifically a bulging disc in my neck that I've corrected, sort of, I'm going to put my head on a block. So then I get this right here open, and I have it level 1. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to also straighten my legs. Big inhale. And you want your arms to at least get to your ears. Big inhale. So we're going to go for 15. And try to stretch get those shoulder blades down. You're not trying to just stretch it as far as you can that way. You're trying to do it correctly with your elbows semi-unlocked, so they're not completely straight. But now, if you're doing a dumbbell, you can grab the dumbbell and then hold your hands all the way together and then do it like this. That's going to change it too. Inhale. And this feels good. So then you can move a little bit further and move the block. If you want to get all the compression when you're stretching on the spine. Clients really like this one. So that is a pullover motion. All right, so now we're going to do more another twisting motion. So we're going to do a book open. So this can be done on your knees, just basic like this. I'll show you some modifications. So I'm tucking my toes under. I'm going to push into the mat quite a bit with this arm to make sure that I come over. So if I only come up like this, then I'm going to push through this arm, keep the knees down, and I'm going to push this way. Now when I'm pushing this way, I want to make sure that the hip is trying to stay down. So I'm going to do here, exhale. Let's do 10 of those. And I'm feeling this in my core also. If you've got bad upper back rounding, then you're going to feel this. If it becomes easy for you, then you're going to do like this. You're going to be more in a modified plank and here. And you can alternate sides if you want. If you're really tough, you can do it on your toes, but I would not suggest that. And then stretch it out. Okay, so let's see what else I had written down. All right, so now we're going to do a row twist. So let's take this over to the band, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I have some bands with handles. So I'm going to wrap those around. Show you. All right. So I have them wrapped around this. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be seated. I've got it stabilized, and we want to make the spine move and twist. So we're twisting and bending and getting some fluid in there, getting some movement. So you can do them either both at the same time. Let me turn this way. So I like to stabilize my feet, and then you can straighten one leg if you want, so the leg's out of the way. And I have on my workout program today, I had where I was just doing one side. You can step on this side. You can step on it with your foot, or put it on your toe to get it out of the way, or put it between your feet. But I like to get a good movement. So once you get a good movement, so you're not just doing this, you're letting it pull you back in that direction. That's the key. It's not just about this one, you're letting it pull you back. So you have to it has to be back enough for you to be able to get that motion. So, all right, once you're set up, let's go for 10 on each side. Pull. It was too easy on that side. And having this thumb on this other shoulder is helpful because you're also trying to push. Once you get in that direction, you can't go anymore, then you're trying to push more. So let's try the other side for all of them. 1, push, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to want at least one day in between for resting. All right, let's see. See, this is hard. I have a lot of knowledge up here, but sharing it all in one video is tough. Okay, so let's do some chair push-ups. So I have a chair over here, or 2 chairs. So we're gonna line up 2 chairs. Let's see here. So you'll have to set up 2. All right, so make sure they don't move. So you could also do counter height. That works as well. But we're gonna do right here. Okay, so hands are here. You want to think about getting the shoulder blades back in their little pockets. So we're gonna go, even if you can only do scapular push-ups, that works too. But if you can do push-ups, do as many as you can. So let's go for 10. Keep your chin retracted and your head back. And 10. And I always like to do a stretch like this. The more that you do this kind of a stretch, the better. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oops. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but it's a good knowledge here. All right, so let's do why me's. All right, so why me's are, we'll do a really lightweight. Let's see, grab the 5s. Now, I usually like to put my shoulder on something, but we'll do it right here since we're seated. Okay, so you can be seated, and this is a good height, so that works. You might want a little padding here. So I'm gonna go here and up. So definitely I want padding because that's kind of sharp on my elbow. So I'm going here. Let me show you from this angle what it looks like. So once you go here, then you want to go just a little bit further. Still not a great angle, so hard. Okay, there you go. So let's go for 15. 16. You can put a yoga block here. 7, 8, 9. And you want to always keep this carriage up. 13, 14, 15. All right, so we're gonna flip around to the other side. 1, 2. Really do need a padding for this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so let's see what else we got. Good job. All right, next is a band reverse fly. So now we're gonna take some bands and we're gonna do a reverse fly with it. So you could be seated, or standing, and then we're gonna go. So I have 3 of them. You can stack 3. So we're just gonna do our 2. By the top, we're gonna go here. So we're gonna go for 15 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so those are called rhomboids or reverse flies. Now we're gonna do, let's see, seated rotate. Seated, so we're gonna be here. And we're gonna do that seated, seated. So you can sit on the floor. We're gonna put your feet feet in like a split position. And you notice I'm kind of bending like that a lot. It's because this pelvis, all of this, when this is tight, it pulls you into that forward motion. So we're gonna up like this, then go reach. So if you can reach when you're here, big inhale. Let's go for 15 on each side. That's what it was for. 6. And when I'm here, my hips are moving that way. So you want to keep that butt down. 10. Keep your chin tucked. 12. 13. 14. 15. Now if you need to do this on a block because it's hard for your back to sit like that, that's perfectly acceptable. To other people with low back spine issues, that does make it a little easier. So then you can really kind of use this arm to get into it. All right. So let's see. Okay, so back bend over a ball. So let's take a ball. We're gonna do a little baby back bend over it. Roll forward, open up your shoulder. Doing this. I like to support the head and not let it go all the way back. Deep breath and hold that for 90 seconds. And I have my legs straight away. Holding it and that while I go and get the foam roller. Take a nice deep breath. Okay. Alright, so now if you have a little baby foam roller like this, I'm going to show you a couple different things. I love this stretch. So you can also do a little baby back bend over the foam roller. So start it here, and I'm just doing my full back pop, and go here. So my butt's back, and I'm doing this. Now I like to stretch the neck by doing here, tucking the pin, with the soles away from me. Now, part of what pulls you forward is that pec minor. So how can we stretch that? What are some ways that we can stretch it? Well, this one, I have to do that. But if you can, roll forward on it just a little bit. And see, you can put that arm down at all. I can put it all the way back here and come back. Most people have hard time if you have to rotate it back. So do what you can do to keep it down, but also being on the foam roller, you're keeping your back tucked under. But this one doesn't have to touch. If you need a little help right here, it wants to try to make sure that you're breathing. You're not doing like this, right? One of the best ways to stretch this. And it really feels longer. There you go for it. Take some deep breaths. This is probably one of the best stretches you'll do. Super not comfortable at first. You might even feel it in your low back too. As you're stretching. Alright, so you see how easy I got it back there? Most people are maybe here. If you can't, maybe you're just here for now. You just want to get this into the rope. But you also want to be able to rotate it around. And again, when you just block the other side. But to kind of rotate it back and get it down. You want to hold it for 90 seconds. And you can do this stretch. Any of the stretches you can do every day. Alright. Okay, I want to show you a different way to do this. If you happen to have 2 blocks, you can put one behind here. Squeeze back. And then you could put your head straighten the leg. And you can either do here or here, the arms over. I'm going to give you one more chest stretch. I don't usually do long videos like this, so hopefully you're following along. You can go back and look at some of these. And once you get it, you can do them on your own. Alright, so again, anytime we do like a little back hyperextension, we're going to do like this. Stretch the hamstrings while we're here. Alright, so I'm going to show you a chest stretch and then a quad stretch. So, chest stretch, you want to just get your arm up the wall, and then I like to look in the same direction as not. It feels like you're jutting your head forward. So we're going to tuck our chin, do like this, and then we're going to rotate here. So I like it. This I don't like as much because I like kind of a this. You can drop it a bit. Like it's better for your head. It's better for your head to turn that way, but don't feel it in the neck. Don't feel the neck jutting forward. People like it like this. If you feel like you feel it better like that, I don't. That makes my neck actually hurt. I feel like it's bouncing more. But do what you can do. I like this. Quad stretch. Remember I talked about in the beginning that those hip flexors, we want to open those up because it moves up the line. So if you can, do this stretch right here. This, tuck in the chin. Of course I got into it super easy. So you're going to have to manage and get in this position. And then once you're here, you can do like other stretches like this. We can take our arm and do like here. Or you can do here. Lean. The point is you want to make sure that you're focusing on not hunkering over like this, or putting the carriage up. And you can even do like your arms if you can without arching your back like this. And then we do the other side. Let's do the other side. And then the next thing I'm going to, I usually like to focus on one thing at a time. The next thing I'm going to show you is because I have a client here this week I'm working with after this. But if you have the fascial blaster or the fascial tool to get into the pec and the deltoid, already use that little retractable ball and lay it over. You can roll that and back here, which is great because you're going to like pin and stretch it. You want to probably go a little faster because we're trying to activate it to shorten since it's over lengthening. So let's grab that. So, grab some oil, have your little fascia tool, and then we're going to go here. And normally I would do this without a bra on. And, alright, so take it and we're going to go in the direction of the muscle and go here. And you'll also want to get the shoulder. This deltoid, and you want to go maybe 20 swipes on each. You cannot do this every day, right? You want to get in there and then get motion on the other side like that. Stay away from the breast tissue. All right, that's it.